next Monday we go down to Baton Rouge and talk to Coach Brian Kelly. Bye week this week, and Coach, I want to talk about a number of things, but coming off of the Ole Miss game, how do you and your staff plan to utilize this bye week?
Well, we got to get better. I think everybody's angry. I'm angry. I'm angry at myself for, not having the details in this game that we needed. And that starts with us coaching. That starts with teaching, preparing your football team. And then, at the end of the day, your players have to be disciplined and execute. But I think there's just a lot of disappointment in the way we prepared our team. And I take full responsibility for that.
Coach, I'm really interested in what you said because you've had a lot of accomplishments this year, and the game got away from you at the very, very end. But when you say angry, is there something in particular that you're talking about there in relation to what you, your staff, or your team did or didn't do?
Yeah, I felt like our football team had the personnel to win that game, and we did not at any time play complementary football. Our defense was on the field for 50 plays in the first half against 24 for our offense. And, that just can't happen. You can't have a one-sided display like that. Our offense has been ineffective in terms of its consistency. We've had, bits and pieces that have looked well, but we haven't been able to put together that consistent performance. And then, as you get to the second half now, your defense is exposed and being on the field that long. Certainly kept the points down, but again, as our offense was starting to get in sync, our defense now had been exposed, too long. So that's the disappointing part, is that we just haven't been able to play consistent football, and it starts with, for the most part, we haven't been consistent enough on offense.
And on that, certainly without Caden Durham, you were going to be handcuffed a little bit. Can you point to that, or obviously there's a lot of questions about Nussmeier as well?
Yeah, Paul, you've been in this a long time. It's never one person, right? It wasn't Caden Durham. It wasn't Garrett Nussmeier. It was a collection of things. And, again, I'll go back to, our preparation. We got, 85 to 90% drop eight. And I look at our plan, and I didn't like our plan, and that falls on us. That can't happen. And we've got to be prepared for everything and put our players in a position to succeed. So, yeah, some of the guys needed to have better performances. There's no doubt, but I think it falls on all of us to take a good look in the mirror and find out why we came up short in this game. And we came up short because our preparation wasn't exactly what it needed to be for this game. And then when we needed to make those plays, get off the field on third down, or, catch a deep ball. We were 1 for 7 on deep balls. We didn't make those plays. So it's on coaches, it's on players. And we simply have to be more effective.
Coach, when you're talking about preparation, the week is fast, obviously, for a game of this magnitude. Did you sense something? Did you see something? Or as the game was unfolding, it reminded you? Okay.
No, I think, Paul, what I'm referring to more than anything else is that the in-game kind of adjustments that are necessary. Our guys prepare their tails off. They work hard. They've got a great process. I think as coaches, we have to do a great job of teaching all of the unique experiences that might happen during a game. Look, you were expecting 4 down, cover 8. You got 3 down, and you got 2 invert. You didn't get a lot of pressures. We got to adjust to those things. And so as coaches, we got to be better. And then our players have to adapt in game as well, right? They have to recognize how this game is going. And I guess that's why, I'm angry again today. I haven't been able to get it out because I feel like in my career, those are games that are winnable, and I've got to do a better job as the head coach.
Coach, you recuperate and recover, and it is one game, and I'm not trying to minimize it. It's hard to explain to anyone when you love LSU and you play for the team or coach for the team. But as you look at the season right now, there's still obviously 7 games remaining. You have a break here. How would you assess where you are and what you need to do to move forward?
Well, you're absolutely right, right? We're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we've got 4 ranked teams that are on our schedule. Certainly, if we take care of business, we know we're going to be where we need to be. But this is getting back to what I said earlier. Our practices, our teaching, our meetings have to be so much more detailed and the specifics of how to do our jobs on a play-to-play basis, and that's caused us inconsistency because we haven't been detailed enough, and in particular on offense. Our defense has been really solid. It's been such that we can win a championship with our defense. We have got to get our offense playing more consistently and doing the things that they're capable of doing and getting our players to make those plays. So that's what we'll spend this week on. That's what we'll be locked in on as we continue to move through a schedule that allow us the opportunity to be a championship team.
And finally, Coach, I think this may be an easy question to answer, but I'm curious. As you take a deep breath and you look at what has happened, nothing's easy, but are these fixable problems that you are confident of as you take on the rest of the season?
Yeah, doing it for as long as I have, there are weeks where, you're like, you know what? I'm glad we hung in there with them, and we had a chance to win at the end. That wasn't this kind of game. You're feeling like this is a game that we needed to go and win, and I didn't get our guys in the right position and prepared enough, and then our big players got to go make plays when they're called upon, and so that's why there's a little bit more of a feeling like we'll have this thing going the right way, and we got to do it right away this week.
Coach, many thanks. We always appreciate you.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you having me on.